YouTube and also streaming on Spotify. You can go to the Google and search the First Inning Radio Show, and you'll be able to find us on any platform you're able to listen to us on, or stream us live right here on YouTube. I am the BX Bomber 2011, and I'm along with Roger, the Big Yankee fan. Say hello, Roger.
Hello, good morning, BX Bomber. We were on a little bit earlier. I know you told some of our people that we would be on at 5, but we decided it might be a little bit easier for today with everything that's happening to come on at 11 o'clock in the morning. And the Yankee summer camp was a success, and no major injuries, a couple of coronavirus cases, but they seem to be coming back now. And we're ready for opening day down in Washington tomorrow.
Yeah, it's been a great summer camp, right? And shout out to Theo. He's saying what's up to me and Roger there. What's up, Theo and
Hello, Theo.
and Henry and Michael. Those guys are awesome, man. They keep me company at the players gate over there, watching for players drive by. That was fun, wasn't it? Wasn't that once in a lifetime?
Oh yes, well they are very nice guys. We don't have a very big following. We're just regular fans like everyone else that like to do some fun things with YouTube and with the Yankees. And it is very nice that Theo and Michael and Kyle and Henry and everyone is taking interest in us, and it is very nice. We certainly do appreciate it.
Yeah, man, it has been fun. How about those cars though, man? Those cars was something else, right?
Oh yes, well they definitely have some bank accounts for it. The major league minimum salary, if they're able to play a full season in the major leagues, is about $560,000, and that is the minimum for a full season in the major leagues. So they definitely have. I'm sure they're in a very high tax bracket, but they still have plenty of money to get some good cars.
Yeah, man. A lot of people had great cars, especially Aaron Hicks. I guess had the best one, right? With the Corvette, the orange Corvette.
Right, right. Well, Aaron Hicks has just signed himself a 7-year, $70 million contract, so he can certainly afford to get himself a sports car,
and and
and
and,
that worked out.
and absolutely, we know why Aaron Judge's neck was hurting. You saw how he fit in that car. He was driving like this in the car,
Yes,
like.
yes. Well, I was saying, even when I was talking to you on YouTube, that it
He
must be
driving like
rather
that.
awkward. It must be rather awkward in real life, to be 6'8", 280 pounds. You know what I mean? Just getting around in society must be a little bit on the awkward side. I'm fairly tall at 6 feet, so I'm not too bad at all. But to be overly tall and overly big, sometimes it's a little awkward.
Hey, and Theo says Glaber Mercedes was pretty good too. The all matted black Mercedes with Glabler.
Right.
That was
Hmm.
awesome too. Yeah, he had the Gucci headband on and all that. Yesterday I saw Gary Sanchez. That was a good one.
Yeah.
We saw Garrett Cole the other day. He actually Garrett Cole actually drives a Porsche Jeep.
Right.
The other guy that we said that I said that was Garrett Cole. That was actually Tommy Canley
Yeah.
with the Philadelphia Eagles mask on. But Garrett Cole, he drives a Porsche. And we
I
saw
see.
Brett Gardner in the GMC truck, and who else? There's a bunch of other people too. I'm forgetting right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Uh,
And then I would say that some of the players that are invited in from the minor league camp, they're the ones that are probably kicking the buses.
well, actually, they weren't even there. They were all in Scranton. Those guys were in
Oh,
Scranton. They have what people didn't know was they had two facilities: Yankee Stadium and Scranton Wilkes-Barre. All the other non-roster invitees and all that, whatever, they were practicing over there. Now, whoever was trying out for the team or trying to make that roster, they were at Yankee Stadium. You know,
I see.
so that was
Yeah,
the thing.
they have now brought themselves down to a 30-man roster for the first 2 weeks, and then down to a 30-man roster, then down to, I believe, a 28-man roster, and then down to 26 after that for the shortened season.
Yeah, yeah, man. So it's gonna be. This is gonna be quick. I think this season is gonna go as fast as we wanted to get here. You know what I mean? It's gonna be that
Well,
quick.
when you're enjoying something, it goes by more quickly. You know,
Exactly.
if
Eh,
you're not enjoying something, the time drags forever and ever.
Yeah, it's like
But if
watching
you're
paint
enjoying
dry.
something,
Absolutely.
exactly. But
Absolutely, man.
anyway, the Yankees did have three summer camp games, and they were successful. They had 2 wins and 1 tie. And I do have the SNY takeaways of each one of the games if you would like me to go through them very quickly.
Right, before we get into that, Theo made a good another great statement. He said everybody's excited for the cheering app. That should be unveiled today
Yes.
or tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna be checking that thing every day. It should be ready by tomorrow, by the first game, I believe. So I guess it should be working by tomorrow somehow. But yeah, I wanna make some type of noise or that's distinctive. You know that you can hear it through the stadium speakers. If
Right. It's going to blend together with thousands of people.
that's the problem, right? So it has to be like really annoying, like the annoying sound from like Dumb and Dumber or something like that. You know?
Oh, yes.
We're like, yo, you can hear
Everyone
it.
is everyone is going to try to do distinct sounds.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I'd rather do my usual bleacher creature sounds. You know what I mean? Hey, you bum!
Yes. There you
Your
go.
mother's a Met fan. You know that type of stuff.
Yeah. There you go. Excellent. A Bronx cheer, so to speak.
And tell the umpire to get off his knees. He's blowing the game.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I can't
So
wait,
what we
man.
have
Huh?
So what we have here is the Mets. The Yankees had a strong victory over the Mets on July 18th, winning 9-3. And I could go through a little bit of the highlights of it if you would like.
Yeah, sure, man. We need the Mets to be better, though. That's the whole thing, you know?
Okay, these are the Sports New York takeaways of that. Rick Porcello was up and down on Saturday after allowing first inning run. Porcello did a nice job at getting out of trouble for the next few innings. In the top of the fourth, though, Porcello hung a slider that Clint Frazier absolutely demolished into the upper deck in left field for a 2-run shot. Porcello's night ended after 5 innings as he allowed 3 runs on 6 hits while striking out 3. Number two, in the first game with the Mets in nearly 2 years, Yoenis Cespedes grounded out softly to third in his first at bat, though he was initially called safe. In the second at bat, Cespedes went down swinging on a high fastball. Cespedes went 0 for 4 on the night. Number three is the Mets got on the board in the fourth inning with 2 outs and 2 runners on. J.D. Davis ripped a double into left field to score the Mets' first run. Davis crushed the ball at Citi Field last season, and he looks to be off to a good start this year. Number four is Pete Alonso drove in the second run of the night for the Mets with 2 outs in the fifth. Alonso got just enough of his Zach Britton's sinker to loop into center for an RBI single and bring the Mets back within a run. Alonso had 2 hits on the night. And number five is Dylan Betances pitched the eighth inning for the Mets, entering with the Yankees still up 4-2. He allowed a leadoff single and had an errant pickoff attempt, but it was a solid inning overall for the right-hander who threw 17 pitches and saw his fastball anywhere from 92 to 96 miles per hour, which was certainly a good sign. Meanwhile, Edwin Diaz pitched in the ninth, and while he allowed runners on an error and a bloop single, he showed off an electric fastball at 97 miles per hour. So that's looking at it from the Mets' point of view. But the Yankees did put up 9 runs and have a strong victory that first day.
Yeah, I thought the Mets were looking sharp at the beginning with pinstripes on and everything. They were ready for a real game. And then I don't know what happened to Cano that one. I don't know if that's the same game or not, but Cano, he threw that ball away too in one of those early
Exactly.
innings. So it's like I know they got. I'm pretty sure they were just excited and stuff like that. So but the Mets, man, they got to get a little bit better. I don't know what
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to them. They have a great team. And they just have to play great. Too bad we're in the same league as them right now. You know what I mean? Because if the Mets were back in the National League, I would be all for them right now because they have a great team. Hopefully they can pull it through. You know?
Yes, the Yankees are going to have to play the Mets 6 times. So that is going to be a rough situation for both teams. They're going to have to play 6 times against one another, which will be definitely fun for the fans, no doubt about that.
Oh yeah, but it's bad for the team because the Mets had it easier in the National League than in this Eastern League, if you want to call it, right? How are we gonna call this league? The Eastern Division League, I guess.
Yes, explain to me how it's set up now. Are they still considering National League teams, and American League teams, American League teams,
No, I
and
don't think
playing it
so.
now?
I I don't
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
think so because we're all playing each other now. So I guess it's the Eastern League, and they have the Central League and they have the Western League.
right,
That plays
right.
at that plays in their in their division.
Yes, ask Theo if how the leagues are set up as of right now, whether they are still set up with American League and National League.
Let's see what he says.
We're asking Theo.
But I would assume that we're in the same league. Well, we are in the same league, pretty much, and we're going to be playing each other. That's that thing. What sucks about the Mets is it gives them a harder schedule. You know what I mean? To win
Yes, it most
games.
certainly does.
You know what I mean? If they had the normal schedule, like in the regular National League, they'll be. I'm pretty sure they can win 80 to 90 games. At least 80, and have a playoff run. You know,
Right,
because
right. I would think so. But it's going to be very exciting to have this expanded interleague and everything. The Yankees will be playing the Mets 6 times, and then they will be playing the other teams, I believe, 4 times. And so that's what's happening here. Are the Yankees playing the Nationals for 3 games when they go down? They're playing tomorrow, and then they have a day off, and then are they play 2 more games in Washington? I don't have the schedule out right now.
hold on, let me bring the schedule up real quick. I'll tell you right now. But hold on, I got a message from Theo. Theo says Eastern, Central, and West, you still play your American League division. AL East
Right.
is as well as the National West East. So yeah, so basically you're still in your division, basically, and you're still in your
Yeah,
league. That's what he's saying. So I guess
that's
that
what I
works.
thought.
I mean,
Thank you, Theo.
yeah, thank you, man. We played the Nationals for 3 games. Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. They got Friday off. And then they're gonna go play the Phillies on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm sorry. But Monday and Tuesday is at Philly, Citizens Bank Park, and then on Wednesday is the home opener of the Yankees on Wednesday against the Phillies as well.
Right,
And
July 29th.
yeah, and then the Red Sox come in for the weekend.
Okay. Okay, that'll be fun, no doubt about it. And on the second game against the Mets, the Yankees once again had a powerful victory. I was trying to pull that page up, but I wasn't getting it up. But I do know that the Yankees hit 5 home runs in the 6-0 victory. We had Aaron Judge hit 2 home runs. We had Luke Voigt hit one. We had Giancarlo Stanton hit one. And let's see, Aaron Judge for two, Giancarlo Stanton, Luke Voigt, and who else? That's 4 of them.
Estrada
There
hit
was one.
one. Estrada, right?
Estrada. I think so. Let's see. Judge hit two. Giancarlo hit one. Oh, Gary Sanchez hit one as well.
Oh, you mean against the Mets? I thought you meant in
Right.
summer camp in general.
Oh no, I was talking about the 6-0 Yankee victory over the Mets.
Oh,
And that game, the Yankees did.
you're missing Mike Ford. He tied up the game 2-2 on
Oh yeah.
Sunday.
Oh yeah, that was against the Phillies. Yeah.
Oh, I'm from
Yeah.
Phillies. I'm sorry. Yeah, he tied up the
Right.
game against them. So yeah, you're missing Mike Ford. So yeah, the guys is hitting home runs, man. I think
Yeah.
uh I think the Yankees is really the only team really hitting home runs. The only guy that I know of that's hitting home runs is Mookie Betts over there for the Dodgers. I think he hit about 4 or 5 home runs already. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
And Judge has hit three now.
Yeah, yeah. So and he's looking really good at hitting them too. Even Giancarlo is looking it looks like they're hitting it easy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Uh
Exactly.
so,
Exactly.
so we're still waiting for we're still waiting for Gabriel Torres to hit a home run. And who else hasn't hit? Pretty much the whole team hasn't hit one yet, but them
Right.
guys, right? So yeah, so what they're saying is that this season, that 11 home runs is the equivalent to hitting like 30 home runs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I think players could hit more than 11 home runs in this 2 months. I think, you know.
Oh, yes, it really is. Maybe we could have a 400 hitter. Think about DJ LeMahieu and some of the stretches that he's had for about 30 or 40 games where he was hitting close to 400 over that stretch. So in a shortened season like this, somebody might be able to pull up a 400 batting average.
Yeah, Theo says we're missing Luke Voigt and Clint Frazier hit a home run as well. Missing them
Right.
guys. So there's a bunch of people hitting home runs. So the whole team is hitting home runs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not good for these guys. Let me tell you. So these pitchers better be on point, which they're not gonna be. You know what I mean? They're not gonna be. I see. Like this season, I think there's gonna be a lot of pitch counts. You know, like high numbers in pitch counts and the amount of pitches thrown, an inning, and stuff like that. I don't think you're gonna see 1, 2, 3 innings.
No, there's an incredible amount of foul balls last year too. That's because the pitchers are throwing so fast. Everyone is hitting 95 miles per hour. So when hitters are on it, you'll see a lot of foul balls now. And there were an incredible amount of foul balls last year. So we may see a lot of high counts, 3-2 counts with a number of foul balls and that kind of thing, long counts. And the pitchers may end up throwing quite a number of pitches by the fifth inning, where they're reaching 100 pitches by the fifth inning.
I mean, remember the rule too. They have to see 3 batters before they can change. You know,
Right.
so that's gonna be a problem for a lot of people. I'm telling you, Joe Girardi is gonna have trouble over there in Philly with that problem because he does not know
Yeah.
how to work a bullpen at all. You know what I mean? The guy's pitching great, and he takes him out to bring the guy to blow the game away. You know that's
Yes.
you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
At least we have Aaron Boone, that's more of a manager shaped for this type of scenario
Hmm.
and this type of
Right.
gameplay. Because, like I said before, the managing like Joe Torre is over. You can't manage like Joe Torre no more. The Joe Torre managing is over. Popeye and Stoudemire, that's over. You can't do that anymore. It's totally different now. You really have to go on scientific studies, which is amazing, and they have the guys to do that. And that's why they get
Well,
paid big money.
all of the sabermetrics and all of the young guys, the mathematicians, and everything have really uh, uh, brought themselves into the game quite a bit. And a lot of the mathematicians and sabermetrics people are doing all kinds of things. But I think there's still a certain amount of playing by a hunch or playing by intuition also still helps.
Yeah.
Statistics only go so far, and eventually you're going to have to use some hunches or intuition when you're making a move in the game.
Well, you truly do need to work from inside because I was listening to CC Sabathia, right? And he was talking about something about on the Yes Network, and Marakovich was asking him, do you call your own game or do you let the catcher call? And he said, he let Joe Girardi call the game.
Oh my
Girardi,
goodness!
yeah, he said it. Girardi was telling him what to pitch. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So he said he never doubted the decisions or anything. So whatever Posada or Brian McCann or Sanchez threw down, he was going to throw it. You know?
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's why you see problems where you can't really do
Mhm.
that too much, especially with a guy like CC Sabathia. In my opinion, let CC work the guy out himself. You know what I mean? And,
Right.
and not tell him what to pitch because that's why he didn't last. You know what I mean? I think CC could
I
have
believe
lasted
I
a
saw
lot
CC
longer.
on the bench. I believe I saw CC on the bench this summer camp.
Yeah, he's been there. He's a special advisor to the team. He wants to
Right.
throw batting practice to the team. He wants to do that.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe you might see CC next year throwing batting practice or something like that. When his arm heals. After his arm heals, he wants to throw some batting practice now and then. But
Right.
could you
Right. That would be
imagine?
pretty cool.
But could you imagine if he played on his own and not listened to what Girardi was telling him? He could have pitched on his own and got guys out on his own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he wanted to listen to Girardi. That's the mistake. You see what I
Well,
mean?
either way, he was pretty successful. So he was pretty successful. So I guess he just had a lot of confidence in Joe Girardi.
Yeah, but he was successful. But those last 5 years, Roger, he didn't make it out the fourth, fifth inning. You know what I mean? It was bad.
Yeah,
It
his
was
innings
bad.
did go down.
It was bad, man, with Joe Girardi at the helm there. At least he got a
Right.
little bit better with Aaron Boone, though. He did get better
Mhm.
with Aaron Boone. He did win more games. You know what I mean? And he did get put in better positions to win games, too, because of the hitting that we have as
Well,
well.
they really feel that a manager really will only be responsible for affecting. I don't remember the exact statistic, but may affect about 10 to 15 games, a good manager in comparison to the bad manager. They may only affect about 10 games or so, and that, they are managing, and that's about what they affect. And the majority of it is the talent of the team. You take a good manager like Buck Showalter, and when he had no talent with the Orioles, they really struggled, even though he was a very good manager. So the majority of it is the personnel of the team.
Yeah, which is true. Which is true. But I don't think well, yeah, I mean, Joe Girardi, he lost so many games for the Yankees himself as a manager. It's unbelievable. He must have lost at least 30 games a year as a Yankee manager, man. You know what I mean? Because all those bad decisions of bringing in pitchers and blow the game. There it goes.
I know you're not a Joe Girardi fan.
Nah, I never was, man. He was I cursed him out the first year he was manager too when he was soft over there at the old stadium where something happened and he didn't come out and to argue it. You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, Joe Girardi, Billy Martin will be rolling in his grave right now if he saw what you did today, right? The very next day, Roger, something happened with the pitching and he overreacted and went crazy and threw his hat and all that. That was the first time Girardi ever got crazy as a manager. And that was because of me.
I see.
And that's a fact. And that's a fact.
Excellent.
Because I called him on it
Excellent.
right there, right behind the dugout, right there to his face. I told him.
I remember you telling me that story. Yes,
Yeah,
I remember you telling me
I
that
was
story.
like, I'm like about 5 seats away from him. I told him right to his face. What's wrong with you, man?
Mhm.
Like, this is your first year managing and this is how you're gonna do? and you were man, and you was a catcher from Joe Torre and all of that. I told him Billy Martin to be rolling in his grave right now if he saw what you were doing. I said, yo, you better
Yeah.
go argue. You know how he stand there with that stupid look and the ball, right? And the ball. That's how he was, like that, stupid. And then the next day he gonna get out there and act stupid. Come on, man, don't play yourself. And then he really plays himself. Like I was telling you the other day. Not to bash on Joe Girardi. This is Joe Girardi bashing right now. But let me tell you, if you go back and watch the 1996 World Series video, anybody go back and watch that. You're gonna see Joe Girardi talking about how he loved Joe Torre and how Joe Torre managed and how he plays small ball and tries to bunt and this and that. And then when he becomes manager, he don't do none of that. He does the total opposite. He relies on the home run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing, bro? I know you from your whole career, so don't play me. Don't play me. You could play
See,
the
when I
Yes
was a
Network, but not
teenager,
me. You know?
when
Go
I was
ahead.
a teenager, Billy Martin was the guy that I really liked. I know Billy Martin had a lot of problems, and Billy Martin was a drinker and had some difficulties with that. And many people said that Billy Martin could not manage himself. So how was he managing a team? And what Billy Martin was very good at was getting a team going, a team that was struggling, and then taking over as manager and leading them up the ladder and doing very well. But then he would eventually run into trouble with management or with one of his players or something. And that was the story of Billy Martin and George Steinbrenner. It was a soap opera over a 10-year period from the
Yeah.
mid 70s to the late 80s, hired and fired 5 different times.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That was Casey's boy. That was
Yes,
Casey's boy.
yes, he loved Casey Stengel. When Casey Stengel passed away in 1975, and Billy Martin just took over as Yankee manager, he wore a cross between the and Y of the hat, and he wore a little cross right in the NY because he was such a Casey Stengel fan.
Yeah, man, Casey Stengel was something else. He might have been one of the greatest baseball minds of ever. He pretty
Ca-
much invented everything in baseball.
Casey Stengel had his own language, more or less. He spoke a language called Stengelese, and
Yeah,
people would hear it, and it would sound like doublespeak, and they could not even. But he was crazy like a fox, and he knew exactly what he was saying. But he would purposely try to confuse people and use a lot of doublespeak or strange language to. And so many of the reporters, when he first got hired in 1949 to be the Yankee manager, they thought once again he was a clown and that he wouldn't be successful. And look at he had 10 pennants with the Yankees. When they initially hired Casey Stengel, they thought they were hiring a clown at that point because
yeah,
of his Stengelese and the language that he spoke. And then he was highly successful in the 50s. He was one of the first ones to do a lot of these substitutions and bring players in and out and using substitutions.
that's right. That's right. And changing the defensive positionings and all that too. And I think he invented the Baltimore chop too. Am I right?
I'm, I'm not sure about that. He played in the early part of the 20th century with the Giants, and he was in the 1923 World Series playing with the Giants against the Yankees. But I don't know if he did that or not. I think that predates Casey Stengel. And Casey Stengel also, at one time, had a little bird under his hat, and he lifted his hat up and he gave the crowd the bird.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Casey Stengel was something else, man. He was it's like we get one of those guys a generation, right?
You know, some of the players were not crazy about Casey Stengel because Phil Rizzuto said he was in the starting lineup and Casey Stengel pinch hit for Phil Rizzuto in the first inning. You know,
Yeah.
so many of the players from the late 50s, when Ralph Houck took over in 1961, they were actually happy that Ralph Houck had taken over.
Yeah, I can imagine. He was already lost his mind already. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And
Yeah.
then Casey went on to the Mets, and the Mets hired him as a publicity. And then he was the manager of the very bad New York's expansion team.
Yeah, man. Well, we got new managers this year, like Dusty Baker. He's on the Astros, and I forgot who's on the Red Sox. But anyway, they suck anyway. But um, Dusty Baker has a lot of work to do over there on the Astros because he has to take the how you say the punishment now of all the boos and all that happened from the last manager. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a real stressful. It's gonna be a real stressful management year for him. Even though he only got a 1 year contract though, so I don't know if they keep him
Well,
or they get another one next year. I don't know.
I'm sure he knows what he's getting himself into.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does too. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens with all that. But it's gonna be fun to see tomorrow. Garrett Cole versus Matt Scherzer.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be very fun. I'm looking forward to it. John will be over tomorrow, my nephew, and then my sister will be here after she does her musical job. She's doing all of her music and her teaching online right now, because of everything that is happening. And then she'll be over in the evening, and we will see the opening evening of the Yankees and the Nationals.
And also, I don't know if anybody knows. Ron Rokanki is the Red Sox manager. Theo says. I don't know if you know this, Roger, but on MLB.com, if you go there, they have the cheering app. But as well, you have a shot for $100,000, right?
Oh,
Yeah, and you have to go to MLB.com and pick the opening day winners, right? You have to pick the opening day winners. I already done that. I already picked the opening day winners. You have to pick how many home runs will be hit on opening day, and you have to guess how many runs scored will be in total, I guess, on opening day as well. So yeah, that's your shot for
wow.
100,000, man. So
Oh, my goodness. And the person that comes the closest to reality will win.
I think you got to be right on point to win that.
Oh, wow. That's going to be difficult for someone to get it 100%.
Yeah, I think you got to get it 100% to win that 100,000. I don't think they're gonna do it by if you're in the ballpark because there's gonna be a lot of people, you know.
Right, right.
So
That will be fun. And I'm going to look into the app, as you said,
yeah,
and I'm very happy that you're getting such a following of nice guys that are big Yankee fans and enjoy the fun things that we do on YouTube and Spotify.
yeah, man. I'm truly grateful, man. And let's see tomorrow's games. Well, the Yankees are gonna be on ESPN at 7 o'clock
Right.
tomorrow. That's Thursday. And then you're gonna have the Giants and Dodgers after that on ESPN at 10 o'clock. And I guess there's only
That's
two.
one heck of a doubleheader.
Yeah, right. So there's only two games. It's got to be more
on
games.
July 23rd. Yes, and then everyone else opens, I believe, the next day, and the Yankees will have
Friday.
off.
So Friday. Okay, so there's two games, which is horrible on Thursday, tomorrow. So there's only two games: Yankees, Nationals, ESPN, 7 o'clock, and then you got the Dodgers and Giants after that. Which, by the way, the Giants have a woman on first base as a coach. First time in history. Check that out.
Wow. Yes, I think I heard about that.
Yeah. And then on Friday, the Mets play the Braves at 4 o'clock on ESPN. And then you got the Tigers at the Cincinnati Reds at 6 o'clock on MLB Network. And then Blue Jays at Tampa Bay Rays at 6:40. But it doesn't have a place to see it. Marlins and Phillies is at 7 as well, and it doesn't have a place to see it. Royals
Well,
and
they would be
Indians.
on MLB.TV.
I guess they will be on MLB.TV, yeah. And then after on Friday, after the Mets game on Friday, you're gonna see the Brewers at Chicago Cubs at 7 o'clock on ESPN.
Wow. Well, we certainly can't complain to begin with about the amount of baseball we'll be getting.
There's plenty of baseball on. I mean, if you don't get enough on Thursday, that's everybody's playing on Friday. Orioles and Red Sox, except for the Yankees. Yankees have off on Friday. They'll return on Saturday to rejoin the Phillies again.
Right.
My goodness. Rockies and Rangers, 8 o'clock. Twins and White Sox, 8 o'clock. Pirates and Cardinals, 8 o'clock. Diamondbacks and Padres at 9. Mariners versus Astros at 9. Angels and the Athletics at 10. And that's basically it. So pretty much, you can watch baseball all day, kind of, starting at 4 o'clock.
Yes, it's more than we could handle, actually.
Yeah, because it's gonna go. That's maybe more. That's like about 12 hours of baseball, because the Dodgers, right? The Dodgers and them, they play at 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
So and
I would go on to about 1 in the morning Eastern time.
Yeah, 1 or 2 o'clock, right? Maybe extra innings. You don't know. The game is slow, so it's gonna be fun.
Right. Definitely looking forward to it, and so we'll see how far we can get. I mean, the situation is very precarious with everything that's happening in the world today. But for the beginning, anyway, they're making an attempt, and we'll see how far we can go. But for now, we don't have any complaints.
No, not at all. But I can't wait to get back to Yankee Stadium for the home opener. I'll be there live when the game starts to see how it looks like.
And what I really am pushing forward to do, I might have to jump through a few hoops, is to do have my visit with you in the end of September. So it's hard to make plans in advance. When I did that this year, they all had to get canceled. So I'm going to wait a little while, but I'm eventually going to plan to have my visit with you in the Bronx and go over to Yankee Stadium with you in the end of September, and let's have our little gathering at the hotel and have our pizza and watching the game and going over to Yankee Stadium, because my goodness, by the time I get up there in the end of September, it will have been a full year.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, so we'll definitely do something, man.
Right.
And hopefully we could watch a few games outside for a little bit, and then and go on. But hopefully by then in September, the Yankees are in a playoff run.
I tend to believe they will be.
Yeah, man. Also, if anybody comes to meet me at Yankee Stadium, bring a baseball glove, cause I'm gonna bring my baseball glove, and we could play catch right there in the front of gate 8.
If I'm able to get up there, I'll bring mine.
Hell yeah! Play catch right in front of gate 4 or gate 6, whatever, until the police kicks us out. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the scene is gonna be like. I doubt. It's. I mean, I would like to see a giant zoo outside, like of people, but I doubt that's gonna happen.
Might make them a little nervous.
Yeah, but I doubt that's gonna happen. But it could happen because Yankee fans are crazy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yankee fans are crazy, man. And then check this out. I'm gonna get into some Yankee Twitter news that I don't normally do, but that guy named John Boy.
John Boy Jake. They do Yankee things.
Right. Some Texas newspaper, right, is labeling him they're labeling him the leader of the Yankee Pinheads.
Oh my goodness.
He's a pinhead. They were calling him an idiot. They were they were discrediting him like crazy over the over the um over the investigation of the cheating scandal with the Astros and all that. They made it Yankee Report 28, I believe. That's the guy that made the video, and they were calling him a goofball. Man, it's I mean, I don't understand how these journalists have the right to downgrade people on a national platform like that. That's my problem with that thing. You know?
Yeah, I'm not involved with Twitter. Twitter is, it's stressful, and it's a lot of people hating on one another.
Yeah, it
It's
truly
what.
is, man. The Twitter, Yankee Twitter is like no support. Like they don't support anybody else's stuff. Like if you're a guy that's making Yankee content, nobody's gonna support you. They you know who they support on Yankee Twitter? The Yankee girl that's a fan.
Oh yeah, I think I saw one of her videos.
But
James Ice interview, Section 420. I had her on.
well, I don't know who that is, but there's the gimmick is on Twitter, right? If you're a female, right, and you're a Yankee fan, right, and you look provocative and all that, if you say good morning on your Twitter, there's gonna be 25,000 horny men that are gonna write good morning back to you. That's why they have a
Oh,
following. You understand what I'm
I
saying?
see.
That's
Hmm.
what's going on. If
Well,
you
whatever sells.
exactly. So these women, you got these women, these guys, they don't even do no Yankee content. You know what I'm saying? But because they're provocative and doing some crazy stuff, people show up. You know what I mean? So it's like whatever. That stuff don't last. So hey, and the proof is in the pudding anyway. We got the proof that we at the stadium. You don't be at the stadium, guys. So why you follow
Right.
these people, I have no idea. That I don't know what kind of Yankee fan you are. To the person who follows the idiot that says nothing, I don't get it, man. And then you got nice guys, they're like Jump Boy and Yankees Report and Grunt.
B for the pitch, B for the pitcher,
Uh,
or guys that are similar to us that are just,
yeah.
regular fans.
Shout out to the four line. The four line is three kids that do Yankee baseball. Shout out to the four line. They're down there in Washington Nationals waiting for the Yankees as well. And yeah, those guys. Hey, even Section 420, Talking Yanks. Come on.
Yeah.
That's a great show, man. And nobody supports it. And like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Like, if you're a person, if you're watching this and you're one of those people that follow some idiot that has no content, I think you're the idiot. Because you're missing out on people, man, that have great Yankee content, man, and you're hating on these people that have great content, and they giving you better information than anybody else is giving you. You know, that's where you lack at. That's where these people lack on, man. It's sad, man, because James, great information. The four line, those three kids, hey, they talk different baseball. You got guys that, come on, man, they don't even support it. Like, you got that YouTuber. His name is Fuzzy, Fuzzy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Without him even knowing, Major League Baseball gives him a shout out, reaching 200,000 subscribers. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it's like, you know, some people do get the support, and the people that are really good and get hated on, they get left in the back. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna change that this year.
I think a lot of it has to do with YouTube algorithms. I mean, what is recommended? I subscribe to you, and so I have my YouTube page, and I'm subscribed to you. And so many times when I go on the YouTube page, I see recommended, and your live vlog should come up immediately. But even with me subscribed, under my recommended area. Sometimes you are not up on my recommended area, and that is the YouTube algorithms. And I'm subscribed to you. I will have to go to your page to find you. So a lot of it has to do with algorithms,
Yeah.
and a lot of it has to do with the amount of likes. And YouTube is owned by Google. It's a big business, so obviously they're going to go where it makes them money.
Yeah. No, but also the big thing is though, the people that watch it have to like and share the video. That's the only
Yeah,
way it gets views. But people don't do that neither. You know what I'm saying? People don't take the time out to give a like or a share. It's like, why not? You know what I mean? So it's like, to get support, you have to give support. You know what I mean? And I give a lot of people support. I give likes to everybody's page, everybody's picture. I try to comment as much as I can on people's stuff if I could. But majority of the time I don't even look at my phone. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing other things. So when I do
well, you're
do,
very accepting. You're very accepting. You and I have become very close friends,
yeah,
and I reached out to you just the way Theo and Michael did, and
yeah,
I reached out to you, and I also go to the games a lot too.
yeah.
So that's when we met up in 2018 and have become very good friends now doing our radio show here.
I remember I was talking to this kid on Twitter a few months ago, and he did some things with the Yes Network and stuff like that, right? And I'm like, well, he said he was saying, he put a tweet out how, oh, like, hard work pays off and stuff like that. I said I totally agree with you, but you got to support people's work for it to pay off as well. You know what I mean? Hard work does, just because you did hard work doesn't mean anything. People have to support your hard work for it to be noticed and go viral or whatever you want. And the kid, right? And this kid didn't want to say that he would support somebody. Oh, you got to put in the hard work. You got to put in the hard work. I'm like, but you got to support too, though, my man. Because if you don't support me, I can't support you. And he didn't want to say support or nothing, so I unfollowed the dude, man. He's some yes network bozo, man. Like, you a bozo, bro. You're a bozo,
See,
man.
meritocracy
Come on, don't do that.
meritocracy can be overrated. A lot of things are largely systemic. Meritocracy can be largely overrated. Things where you put in the hard work, and that is merit. And but a lot of things are systemic as well. The way the system is set up, so many people can work very hard and still continue to struggle.
Yeah, the people have to support it. And the thing is that baseball is such a small market. You know what I mean? It's a small market. So it's not like Fuzzy. He only has 200,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? And how long he's been doing it, and he's one of the top baseball guys that talk baseball. He talks all baseball. You know what I mean? So you see how hard it is? You know what I mean? If it's hard for him, it's hard for anybody else as well. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
baseball used to be considered the national pastime, but it has now fallen behind NFL football and NBA basketball now to about third place. And there are a lot of different issues, from the pace of the game to this, that, and the other thing. We could go on for another 2 hours about that, about why it's fallen behind. But it has fallen behind NFL football and NBA basketball.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. In New York City, you can't even go to play baseball nowhere. For me to go play baseball, I gotta jump over the fence in Heritage Field to go play baseball. You know what I mean?
I
All
know.
all the baseball fields are locked up. I mean, because of coronavirus, anyway. But
Right.
majority of the time they're closed. You know what I mean? And majority of the time you don't see anybody playing baseball on these fields unless they're a softball team that paid to play or something like that. When I was a kid in high school, we used to go to Pelham Bay Park, and we used to sit there on a Saturday, and whoever showed up, and we played. But they don't even do that
Right.
anymore. You know what I'm saying? They don't even do that anymore, man. That's the problem. They don't give kids a chance to play, and they took away all these chances, man. I mean, how hard is it or difficult right now to start up a little league for kids? You know what I mean? It's forget about it. It's not
What it
gonna
is,
happen.
how when they're reviving baseball in the inner cities, RBI, what has happened with baseball is it used to be fun for children to play multiple sports and be involved in different types of sports. But for baseball now, a lot of it has trickled down as far as money's concerned, where they don't want kids playing multiple sports. They want them to concentrate on one sport, and it's become a big business. Now you have like traveling teams, and a lot of money has to be paid. That's why there are so many white kids, that are playing in the colleges and everything, because of the economic situation where the white community tends to have more money, so they can afford to put their kids through the baseball academies and into the baseball leagues. And that's why we're trying to have RBI reviving baseball in the inner cities, because a lot of things are systemic that lead to society in general.
Yeah, and if you have the money, those kids will play in a major league that way. Like, go back to CC Sabathia. He was talking about how he's enjoying the life with his kids, and he was saying, "Oh, I was lucky to make it for this interview because I was watching my son play, and I was on the way of taking him to his second game." You know what I'm saying? It's like they have money to play for multiple teams. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In the Bronx, what team you gonna play on over here? Ain't no team to play on here. There's nowhere to
Hmm.
play baseball here. You know what I'm saying? And if there is the team, they were probably filled up already. The roster's already filled up, or there's not enough space no more, or you're too late to register, or some stupidness. It's like, man.
Obviously, this is where we could start to go into politics a bit, but income inequality and the opportunities are not there for other people who are more privileged. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it's standing right now.
And
But
then you
anyway,
have,
how
but before we go, then you have Major League Baseball sponsoring RBI. It's a league out of East Harlem, right? Mark Teixeira, the last year before he left, he put a lot of money into that. They put a new field and all that. That RBI is the biggest money laundering scandal ever. Okay?
oh wow.
All right? They 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 have RBI. They take as many kids as they could, I guess. But not all the kids can make it into that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a certain type of kid to get registered into that league. You can't be no poor kid coming from the projects to get into that league. You got to pay
Wow.
money. You got to pay money to go to RBI, right? And then, because I work in the school, I know, I see this. I work in the school. I see it. All right. Then, when they have the summer camp, right? They treat these kids like they on Rikers Island, man. Okay?
Wow.
They treat them like they on Rikers Island. When they're at lunchtime, they can't talk. They can't speak to their friends. Okay? When they walk down the hall in the school, they have to walk with their hands in their pants like they in Rikers Island. Okay? That's
Wow.
RBI baseball, East Harlem. The biggest
Mm.
money laundry scandal ever here. Let me tell you, I don't even know how many kids they got in that league, but it's not enough. It's not enough kids. Because there should be 20, 30, 40 teams. As much money as they get, okay, to run RBI, they should have 30, 40 teams. They should be begging for kids to come play baseball. And they don't even have flyers. They don't even put up
So it's a major.
flyers. Huh?
So it's a major grift, huh?
Oh yeah, they don't even put flyers up in the neighborhood for kids to join. So how the hell do you even know to join or to even go sign up? You won't even know. And by the time you do know, it's already filled up. You can't play. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry to
So
hear that about that. It's just like all the other ones.
yeah, man. I honestly, man, I would love to start my own little league. You know, and I would do it. I would start my own little league, non for profit, start the kids up and make them go all the way to Pennsylvania to the Little League World Series,
Wow,
Williamsburg.
that would be nice.
You know, but I guess that's gonna be the show here for today. It's been a
We did
great
the long
show.
one today. I'd say about an hour, huh?
55 minutes.
Wow. Okay.
I hope everybody joined us, watched for a while, and you know, we're just trying to bring baseball back, man. That's it. Just trying to bring baseball back. You know? But until then, catch me on Twitter, Instagram, BiggsBomber2011, and we'll see everybody on the next one. So long, everybody. See
Take
ya.
care. Take care.